following presentation of the National Football League.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Tonight we begin the final stretch. Week 16 starts here as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Sideline is Sean McVay. His guys just 2 wins over their last 6 games. On the other side for the Seahawks, it's Mike McDonald. His guys, champions of their division, know they'll be hosting at least one playoff game in the near future. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
Every time he leads his team out, there's no questioning. He's put the work in to earn his place in the NFL. There's no shortage of stories we've heard throughout his career about the effort he puts in to be in this spot. And that motivates everybody on his team.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as we get this up to about the 42.
First down, Rams.
More the motion man right. Now Jones. He's going to find his receiver, Chris Moore. To give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it's second down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league. 17th in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
39-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Connor up the middle. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
A check on the numbers last week for Connor. 21 carries, 100 yards on the nose, and a score. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
8-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Throwing again on second down. Jones. Touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them to already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. this out to the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now, because it leads to a couple of snaps per game. You just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And the Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 40.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try to get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now Daniels. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Incomplete. Xavier Watts.
Throwing now is Daniels. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw is Daniels. They're going to find the open man. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
It's a gain of 28 yards.
Mixon is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem.
A.J. Brown from 8 yards out. And the Seahawks respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass. I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Rams offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season. They start with a give to counter. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got the hook up to Moore. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. Moore, the man in motion. They'll try and run forward with Connor. But he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
First down. A gain of 7. First down, Rams.
They go play action here on first down. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
12 yards. That's another Rams first down.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. Down to the 42, second down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Back to throw. Jones. And it's incomplete. They could not convert. And they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Daniels looking to throw. Pass complete. Joe Mixon out of the backfield. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks.
That's good for the Seahawks. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Mixing up the middle. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The Seahawks are 12-2 now on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Setting up the screen to P-Ryan. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
Yeah, and on third down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force fourth down.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players, guys. You make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
A 7-yard pickup brings up
to throw again on second down. Jones. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
13 yards on the play.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's another Rams first down.
They run behind center with Connell. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a second down and 9.
Second and 9.
Looking to throw. Jones. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36.
First down.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's good.
More the man in motion.
First and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Short throw underneath to Hurst. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Brings up second and 7. On the Seahawks 21.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up third and 5.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Hayden Hurst from 19 yards away. And the Rams go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Gain to kick this one away. Dances by him. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And his ability to use his legs has given the defense fits when trying to game plan. He's currently second in the NFL in rushing yards by a QB. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Give left side for P-Ryan. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
Incomplete.
Now a second and 10.
To second and 10.
Here's Daniels. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. To the air goes Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's second down and 10.
Back to throw again. This will be caught by Brown. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with third and 1.
A gain of 9.
Daniel's going to try to sneak, and he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on third and a yard.
That's another Seahawks down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. So from the 17, here's second and 7.
Brings up second and 7 at the 17-yard line.
Back to throw. Daniels. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
It's a gain of 8. And the Seahawks first down.
And they'll try the option on first and goal. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
And goal at the 11-yard line.
A quick throw out to Lockett. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all. Third and goal.
Third and goal.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Also a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Rams offense and Daniel Jones set to take over again. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Second and a yard.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now Jones. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
And the Rams first down.
Throwing Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
That's another Rams.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing again on second down. Jones. This one complete to Burton. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 15-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And it's complete. He's got him in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Chris Moore, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams to defend in the red zone. You see the graphic. He's second in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. Now Daniels. Open man right side is Ingram. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
At the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Throwing now is Daniels. A short throw to Ingram. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
First and 10.
To throw is Daniels. A short throw to Ingram. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Second down and a yard. Looking to throw. Daniels. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
That's another Seahawks.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking on the out route, he finds Shakir. Second down and 3.
To Khalil Shakir. Out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second.
Operating from the gun. Daniels. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Chase McLaughlin on for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no win, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the 2nd half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. Now, it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the 2nd half. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taking about the 16. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would.
And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Nick Bonito in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
He's going to look deep for more. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Fielded at the 20. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
They'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. It's Mixon on the counter. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Daniels looking to throw. Pass taken in by P1. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to throw. Daniels. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. This is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 26. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
That's another Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Looking to throw. Daniels. There's that man again. It's complete. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Joe Mixon, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have come back to make it a 2-point game. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility.
Now a diving catch made just beyond the line of scrimmage. The big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Here's a sneak with Jones. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
That's good for a Rams 1st down. 2 yards on the play.
Motion man left, Peoples-Jones. Now this time he'll look to throw. And this will be swung out here for Connor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now on 2nd down. Jones. And this throw incomplete. I mean, finger all over in that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Jones keeping it on the sneak. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
At the Seahawks 46-yard line.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They're going to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to be set down around the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Moore, the man in motion.
A gain of 33 yards on the play.
Here's a handoff to Connor. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 9-yard line.
Off play action. Jones. And a little floater there is incomplete.
And in the second half of a tie game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Don't forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Decision made for Sean McVay. They're going to go for it. Jones now throwing on 4th down. It's a gain of 4 that time. And the Rams are set up now with a 1st and goal. 4th and 2. They got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Donovan Peoples-Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Rams have broken our tie as they take the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. after the touchdown. It's Gay to kick this one away. And a good return is able to stop just shy of the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense and the veteran A.J. Brown set to go to work once more. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this third quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Handoff to Mixon. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for a Seahawks first down.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Off the play fake, Daniels. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Here's Daniels. Got him in. It's Brown. The Seahawks on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams 40. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To the air goes Daniels. Completes to Shakir once again. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
19 more yards. That's another Seahawks.
They go play action. Daniels. It's caught. Blocked it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Joe Mixon with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. Boy, what a start to the week this has been. All tied 4th quarter as it kicks away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The visitors' offense and their veteran running back James Conner ready for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now Jones. Get it complete to James Conner. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing Jones. Now they'll tuck this and run. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. There's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The whole team's offense and running back Joe Mixon set to take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Now Daniels. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing now is Daniels. Finds his tight end Ingram. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To throw is Daniels. This will be caught by Brown. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the Rams 44.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. It's complete to Lockett. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Returning right back to Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
That's another Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Daniels looking to throw. He'll get this out to his running back, P-Rod. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
It's 2nd and inches.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I got to tell you, to watch them run the ball and successfully, I'm not taking sides. And to see the ball in the running back's hands, that's football for me.
A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. Joe Mixon taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. McLaughlin for the extra point. It's up and good, and they jump back ahead, 35-28. A 10-play drive that time. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Shifts by him. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. To Connor on the check down. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line.
A gain of 15. First down, Los Angeles.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Connor up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Short throw underneath to Hurst. This crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On the handoff, Connor. And just nowhere to go for Connor. Defense gets to him and then mark him short. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
That's another Rams first down.
From the gun to give to Connor. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
No gain on the play.
To throw is Jones.
At the 23-yard line.
That's pulled in by Wilson. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First down. First and goal, Rams.
They'll run here with Connor. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Here now, 2nd and goal. Now Jones. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his home. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. And that not what they wanted. They lose yards on first down.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And even with that broken tackle, can't get very far. Stopped short of the 30. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So it's the Seahawks who are going to get the first crack at things. They'll possess it to start things off here in overtime. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they get the ball first here in this overtime period. Remember, even if they score a touchdown, it's not over. There's always a chance to go and score a touchdown the other way, but they can certainly get a leg up with a solid drive here. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Second and 11 at the 28-yard line.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
Here's Daniels. Heavy rush and down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" Because here they come.
This is taken around the 12. A nice return there at 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Rams ready to go on offense. Now their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Now it's Jones' turn in overtime. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and long.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Over the middle complete. It's Wilson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Rams first down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Rams.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Connor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down route. He gets maybe 3.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
From the 39, Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
Back to throw. Jones. That is caught. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Rams first down. 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. At this point now, a field goal would win it. They are in range. We'll see how they approach things on first down. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 on the Seahawks 23-yard line.
Back to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's another Rams first down. First and 10.
He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Now Jones. And he's got it. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for L.A., a win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Seattle, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.